Metal beams delivery to the #1 damage section in Zherbai Quarries. Hello there everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of SnowRunner here at OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. Today we are in a new task called the Ruptured Artery, and this particular task has 2 sections in it, and each section has 2 deliveries. So 4 deliveries for this particular task. As I've told you, once you start attacking the tasks in the contracts, and this Ruptured Artery task is part of the KAZ Minerals PLC contract, once you start attacking these, a lot of these tasks have more deliveries per task, so it takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's very enjoyable. It's a great job, and we're out in our Western Star 6900 TwinSteer, and we're going to see if we can do this job. Now we are on the Zherbai Quarries map in the Almaty region, the only map in the region, and we are getting close to the end of the contracts, and soon we'll be done with the dry, muddy area, I suppose, and maybe we'll head over to Quebec and see a little bit of snow. But in the meantime, we are going just south of the garage to go and pick up a couple of loads of metal beams. Now every time when you leave the garage, of course, you're going to be back on the same road again, and for those of you that have been watching my videos, you would recognize this road, but this time we're heading south of the garage, and we're going to go past the fuel station and the city. We're going to head south of the city over to the metal fabrication plant, and then when we leave there, we're going to head even further south. So this is a different trip, a different section of the map that we haven't seen a lot of, so you know, stick around, watch the video, and let me know if you enjoy it. Now we're passing by the gas station here and just heading to the city. Yeah, it's just a short little jaunt. We hang left, and we're gonna head south of the city, and just a little ways down the road on the right hand side, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I know, but the metal fabrication plant is just up ahead, just on the outskirts of town on the right hand side. I love driving this truck. It's an absolutely awesome truck to drive, especially when you're on pavement. When you're on cross-country terrain through mud, and it's a little bit tougher. The truck has got lots of power. It's got great big tires on it. However, I wish it would have had a little bit of wider stance. It rocks a little bit from side to side, but the advantage again is that you've got 4 cargo slots, and if you need to move two loads of metal beams, it's easier to do it once than twice, so it would take you twice longer. Anyhow, the manufacturing plant is right here on the right hand side. There is a central building on the premises, and you have to kind of snake around it, and if you just slow down and take your time, it's a little tight. It really pushes the limits of the area in the plant here, but you can make it through. And if you make a mistake and turn a little bit too early or too late, just jockey it back and forth until you get around. Not a problem. And once we get around, the loading dock is on the other side, and we will load up our metal beams just as we get around here. There's just enough room to get through there with the TwinSteer in one shot, if you got it right on. I just happened to get lucky that time. Now we get over here, and you could have drop the metal beams on the loading dock, which I accidentally, it was set to loading platform, and I accidentally dropped 1 load of metal beams there, but we'll take care of that next time around. So we're just going to take the 2 metal beams we got here, the 2 loads, and we're going to leave. Now, like I said, if you steer it just right, and I missed it here a little bit when we're leaving the entrance here, I waited a little bit too long to turn, but that's okay. Like I said, didn't quite make it through, so just back it up a little bit, turn your wheels, and try again. And once we get out of the plant here, we're going to head south. Like I said, not a way that we normally used to go. We haven't been down here a lot. but it seems like they want us to kind of go and scout it out a little bit, I suppose. They want us down here delivering parts. I don't think it's too far away. It's a conveyor belt for the, I believe it's Silver Quarry that we're working on, and they got to get the belts running before they can start anything else up. So there's 2 damaged sections that need to be repaired, and this is the first one, and that's the one we're going to fix up here pretty quick when we get there. Now we got a little bit of an area to go through. That's one little detour area, and then some water. Now I probably could have gone around the water. I didn't think I was going to have too much of a problem with it. Well, I was a little wrong on that one. I got other trucks like the Kenworth 963 that has no problems with deep water, but then of course he has the biggest tires in the game, has probably one of the biggest motors in the game, and just absolutely awesome to drive. But that's not what we're in right now. So I'm of the mindset that the Kenworth can go through it, the Western Star can do it too. Well, that's not always true. First we got to go down this little detour because of the washed out road. There seems to be quite a few washed out road areas on this particular map. So we're just going to take the bypass and go around it and just watch the rocks a little bit. And there again, if you go fast, your truck will bounce and jump a little because of the rocks. And if you go hit one rock that lifts you up a little bit too high, you might bounce too much and flip right over. And it has happened to me, and ever since I've been driving quite a bit slower. And by driving slower, there's less problems. And if you do get into a situation where you didn't really want to go, if you go slow enough, most of the times you can stop and back out of the problem area that you're in. If you go fast, a lot of times you can't stop yourself in time and you're lost before you begin. So we slowed it down a little bit. Now this first little area, this watery area, is not too bad. And there again, there's lots of things around that you can hook your winch onto, like the pole on the left-hand side, and I wasn't thinking about that at first. Well, we're almost out of it, so I thought, well, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. It's not too much of a problem. But then it doesn't seem to get much better. He's moving, but very, very slow. But we finally do climb out of it, so I thought, okay, well, if we stick close to the rocks, I think that's where the land mass under the water might be the highest. So I thought I'd stick close to that side, and well, that line of thinking didn't seem to work out all that well, because I still sunk into the water up until the top of the tires almost. And there must be a bunch of mud in there. Now there again, when you're stuck in stuff like this, sometimes when you move your steering wheel from left to right, sometimes it helps. There again, if you can find anything to hook onto just to change your angle, a lot of times that will help. Just little tricks that you can try. You know, I'm just going back and forth, and I finally hook onto that pole up there, and that helped me out enough to pull me out of there. And I could have hooked onto that pole again with a spot on the back of the truck, and it would have pulled me out a little bit quicker. You might have saved a couple of seconds, but I wasn't too worried about that. We're coming out of it. It looks like Kenworth's going to make it, but I think there's one more section of water to go. Just up ahead here. See, one more section of water to go. And it's hard to see on which side you should drive. You know, you'd always think that if you stick closest to the landmass, that's where it would be the best traction. So we did that again, and well, you be the judge. You tell me if that, maybe I would have been better off to go away from the rocks a little bit, but I didn't. And we are just trying to claw our way through. But we got to be close because the little black arrows in the yellow diamonds have appeared on the screen. So we got to be close to where we got to be to deliver these metal beams. Going to be the first stage of this particular task. Ruptured Artery. It'll be nice to see these conveyor belts repaired and up and running again. Soon we'll have the rest of the quarry going. Now we got to turn to the left here, just past this pole, because the bridge just up ahead, if you would have gone straight, is out. You can see it there in front of you. The bridge is out. So you have to go through here as a detour. There again, if you just take it slow, you'll be okay. If you go too fast, you're gonna swing that truck from side to side. Well, you know the answer to that one. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna take her easy and climb up out of the mud in the water on the other side here. And I do believe it's just up the road, and that's where the damaged pipe should be. Inside a complex. I can't remember exactly what it was, a warehouse of some sort. Just up ahead there. We're almost there. Anyhow, another successful delivery. Really enjoyed this one. I love driving the Western Star TwinSteer. It's a fantastic truck to drive. If you get to the point where you have the opportunity to purchase this truck, you should give it a try. It's a lot of fun to drive, and it can move a lot of cargo very quickly. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some tips and tricks out of it, and if you just came to watch it for the fun of it, absolutely awesome. Watch the video, like it, share it, enjoy it, and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any upcoming videos. Anyhow, you've been driving in a Western Star TwinSteer, delivering metal beams to the #1 damage section with me, the Opafed.